this event is a special event because we're introducing Africa to the world. And in a way, it's a celebration of Sid's 50th anniversary. Without Sid, none of this would have happened.
So I'm Taiwa Phillips, manager, Nakivale 3 Principal Department. And with me, I have 3 gentlemen here, of which they started like clients in this department. But after we have trained them and after they have understood that wisdom lies within them through trainings, they now graduated into counselors and they are moving all over Nakivale and also teaching in Kakuma as counselors. 3 principles has helped us to uncover our wisdom, as I may say, because I myself, I was living here in Nakivale. I'm not a refugee, but helping them out on how to deal with their emotions, how to deal with their problems as well. But after we have heard about Harry, after Harry has trained us about 3P, myself, I have changed into positive way of thinking, like wisdom. Yes, I had wisdom, but now I didn't know that much wisdom was lying within me. So I understood much more about wisdom. I understood much more that outside circumstances may not like control myself, but I have to control myself by understanding the role of thought, by understanding the right use of thought and the wrong use of thought. And this has been so helpful to me that after understanding, I now like had to teach others, had to train others on how 3 principles are working, and people have changed positively, and people are living more positive. And again, I didn't know that sometimes happiness is something free that we just uncover. We are just it is in us, but we just cover it. So we live with happiness in us, but sometimes we need to know. So these 3 principles has helped us so much to know and understand that we have a free will to think in our life and accept that happiness is free, that everything else costs money, but happiness has been gifted to us free from God. So, and of course, they speak Swahili, but I will be translating into English to you. And of course, that shows that this 3 principle is all about understanding, because somebody could not like need to go to school and have degrees and the rest to understand 3 principles. These gentlemen have not even got degrees or A or something else, but they are understanding how 3 principles are working, and they are even training other people, and they have changed to the better. So let's start with our gentleman here. Is called Mrinda Rugaragara. He was our first client to join this department. He was very bad off, but he's now better. So utaongea Kiswahili and translate to them. Gisi umeingia hapa na gisi asalimie kwanza.
Asante sana.
Thank you so much.
Nashukuru sana kwani tunakutana kwa siku ya leo.
I'm very happy that we are here today.
Ni furaha nyingi kubwa sana.
It is very, very great happiness.
Sasa mimi ndiko miaka 2 hapa.
2 years here Nakivale.
Lakini maile miaka 2.
But in these 2 years,
mwaka mmoja nilikuwa niko mugiza tabani sana.
But 1 year back I was in very, very heavy darkness.
Mawazo yangu ilikuwa mbali.
I was thinking a lot
juu ya mapombe,
because of alcohol,
na kuwaza vitu vya mingi,
and even thinking a lot.
Lakini bahati nzuri,
but because of a very, very good luck,
hii principle ikatuongelesha
3 principles
kijana Filipe Ntaebwa,
even Phillips and Taebwa,
akatuonyesha mzee Hari,
even Harry.
Akatupatia mawazo mzuri.
We have got a very good thinking.
Kuko moyo anaweza kukushauri na kupatia mawazo ya mabaya.
Because even sometimes we could think a lot bad things.
Wale wako
without knowing.
Lakini mlitupa shauri ya mzuri sana.
But for now we are living better and you have given us wisdom.
Ile pombe tu nikaacha.
And I have stopped drinking.
Nilikuwa naisha gonda.
I was already feeling bad off.
Lakini wakati niliacha,
but when I stopped it,
mwili kaanza geuka.
My health has now started coming up.
Na kukula sikuwa nakula.
Even I couldn't eat.
Lakini hivi najisikia mzuri.
But for now I'm feeling happy and I'm feeling positive.
Naisha kuwa na furaha.
I'm already happy, I'm feeling happiness.
Ile gizi naisha toka.
That darkness I had has already left my life.
Naanza kuongelesha watu mzuri.
I'm now teaching other people about sleep principle in Nakivale.
Wakati nitakuwa ningali hapa duniani.
And even when I'm still around in this world,
nitakuwa naongelesha watu.
I will still train people and teach people and talk about sleep principle.
Sitachoka.
I cannot get tired of this.
Ni Mungu alitujalia.
And God has helped us so much.
Sana sana.
We are so much happy for this.
Hata hivi,
even now,
tunamshukuru mzee.
We are very happy for Harry.
Ni Mungu naye alimupa ile mawazo.
Because God has used him.
Mungu ndiye muweza vyote.
And he has now helped us also.
Tunashukuru sana kwa ile mashauri mlitupatia.
We are so much thankful.
Hivi natubeba juu sana.
And we are now having a very high understanding.
Hivi tuko karibu na Mungu.
And we are now near to God.
Tulishatoka mugiza.
We have left darkness.
Na wenyewe tuko tunaongea.
Na even other people we are talking to.
Nao wanasikia mzuri.
They are now feeling very good.
Unaongelesha mtu kwa bure.
Because we talk to people free.
Haiko kwa nguvu, kwa kinguvu.
And we are not using force for people to understand.
Ukipenda unasikia.
For them they are listening.
Ukipenda unaacha.
If they don't, they don't.
Lakini usikie tu.
But they are listening.
Asante sana.
Thank you so much.
Mungu wajalie.
May God bless.
Muendelee.
And we still move on.
Asante sana.
After discovering this, I said, Harry, we are marching directly to the community. I can't really wait. Remain with this within myself only, but I have to share it with other people. I have to let other people understand this small secret within us to be happy. Yes, we have passed in a lot of struggles. I have had a lot of colleagues sharing their stories. Once I was like this, once I was like this, my mother got killed, my father died, this. I said, yes, Harry, those things are here around Nakivale and we are really experiencing them. And I'm one of the person who even am a victim of those things. Even I ever lost one of my family members. But I have to understand that all those things have passed and I cannot let that past control my life. So I said, Harry, a lot of people are suffering out there. So let's go to the community now. I couldn't wait. Harry could tell me, no, you wait. You need to understand more. You need to understand more to do this. So I said, no, I want just to share this small, which I have got already with others. Then I could go there and share. By that time, we didn't have any building where we could get the sharing. So I was just going, maybe if you have a school, I share you. I just express you this good news because I believed that everyone could be needing something like this. So if you have a school, I just reach there in the churches, I tell you. Then I said, let me have a share. I want to express this with more people. Until then, slowly, by good feelings, amazed things, we managed to have some buildings where we could be sharing, having some sharings, more people. And I said, Harry, you have already got some buildings. So what are we going to do? Let's welcome people. And we have welcomed people from the community. We are getting not tens, not 50, but hundreds of people. At first we got 20. We shared this and something surprisingly happened. They come now, the next day they come 102 people. So it's something, those 20, when they listened carefully to what we have been teaching, they said, no, we can't remain with this ourselves. No, let's go and tell others. So they went to tell a neighbor, no, I know you are stressed. I know you don't have food. I know there is no enough money. So, but there is some way, if we reach there, we are going to be happy. Where is the place? Where is the place? So they gathered. I was really surprised. At that time we didn't have even benches on where people could sit. I said, oh my God. So people are coming in many. I told Harry, I'm really surprised with these. People are really coming many. So I don't know what to do. And I said, don't panic. You said you could do it. There it is now in your hand. Handle it. Then I said, oh, I just told the people, I don't have much to share with you, but I want just to share you something small. And what I shared at that first time, I want to share it with you also, so that you can get to understand what I explained, because it was something very new to people, and to make people understand what was three principles, because they just heard it from other people. There is some way they're teaching three principles, but they didn't know what is it really three principles. So the first time we started, and I first started explaining what is three principles. What does it mean when we say three principles? Then I come and say, three principles, we have mind. That I first started explaining people what is mind, because we just know, all of us, we have mind, but we don't know. Some of us, we didn't know what is mind. And how can we use our mind? We never recognize that. We don't know the use of our thoughts. So we could just use it whatever we wanted. So I said we have first to understand this from the beginning. So I started explaining three principles. These are principles all about understanding how our thoughts, feelings, and perceptions shape our reality. It's a simple yet profound way of looking at life. The first principle is mind. It is the creative force behind everything we experience. Our thoughts and consciousness originate from this infinity intelligence within us. It's like the magic ingredient that brings our worlds to life. Then I goes deeper. I said the second principle is consciousness. It's aware that it is awareness that allows us to experience life. It's like the movie screen on which our thoughts and feelings are projected. When we become aware of this consciousness, we can tap into our true potential and live more intentionally. I explained this to people. I went to the third principle, which was now thoughts. It is the power that creates our moment-to-moment experience. Our thoughts shapes our perceptions, emotions, and actions. All those actions which we could act very, I don't know how I can say it even. Something just very small come and happen in your life. Well, better leave it to go, but you remain again with it. You let it control you. Oh my God, I don't have food to eat today. You just be stressed on that. You can't lie. You can't share love. So I said, no, those just are your thoughts. That's nothing. You can still let it go and feel happy. So I share this with people and said, understanding that our thoughts are not reality, but just temporary mental events, can free us from unnecessary sufferings and open up new possibilities. By understanding and living in alignment with these three principles, we can navigate life with more clarity, resilience, and peace of mind. It's like having a compass that guides us toward our inner well-being and wisdom. So people could be surprised, it was something very, I don't know. People would say, what's this? What's coming in our world? Because it was something which never happened to them. So they said, oh my God, we are really amazed at this. And something very nervous, we did this discussion while we were standing up, because we didn't have benches. So people just gathered together and said, no, we can still resist. We can still be patient, no matter we don't have places to sit, but we are going to stand up. We want just to listen. What are you going to share with us? That's all. Okay, No problem. And something, wow, people were amazed with this. They were really amazed. People couldn't even feel the tiredness of standing up until I concluded the training. So it was something very, very, very nice. And I'm going very far. I'm taking a lot of your time, but I'm really amazed. I'm really amazed with this. And it's something really not only me, but whole the community of New Hope. And this, not just I want it to be just in the community of New Hope. I'm using something, I'm using a method because I'm expecting if I teach the community of New Hope, it means the community of New Hope is going to spread this to other people. As at first time I received 20, the second 100 come, now we are facing to 200. So it means still as I'm sharing this with 100, other 100 will know from the 100 I'm teaching. So it's something which is going to spread global. So I'm expecting this to go very globally.
Let me start by an example. I have a child here. I have five children. Those 5 children, only one, for sure, one one I don't know how he behaves to their elders. He didn't know how to share love. When the mother or me, I tell him to stop to share things that he have to their friends. For sure, he couldn't accept. But when I learned love from Harry, how people share love, and how love brings happiness. For sure, when also I started doing that, when I started teaching him about love and about sharing, for sure, even happiness, even happiness, yeah, for sure, I am telling you that I can see now the kid start sharing with the others. If it is a donut, he shared with their friends. If it is a bread, he is sharing with their friends. I can say that Harry is a good man, and for sure he brought for us things that is healing our hearts without knowing. That is because also you can check very well, love is the something who brought happiness. And if you are happy, for sure, it means that there is peace in the house, or into yourself. It means that you have peace.
different violas, the different kidnapping that my parents and my sisters, my brothers were going through. And this brings me a lot of things. It was bringing me back to the past. I could be living in that very past to the level that I couldn't imagine. But God could not forget me. God knew that there is someone who can really be a solution to all the stress, all your bad thoughts that you had. I eventually I was the second person to meet Harry, and Harry gave me these teachings, and these teachings has already changed me. And I always tell Harry that, do you know that the project of the three principles has already succeeded? Because you have already one person who has been changed. It's sounding a little bit funny, but I tell Harry that, Harry, you've done your work, because Roger has been changed. He's now living a happy life. He's living in the he's living in the now time. He's no longer in the past. He's no longer thinking about what the future will be like. So I am not the only person who has been changed with these teachings, but there are a lot of number of people who have been changed with these teachings. So now, before I go further, I am going to introduce you to the youth that we share with these teachings.
Hey guys, my name is Kelvina. I'm very happy to share feelings that I have gained through three principles. This is all about forgiveness. I was a person who could not forgive, but now I know that forgiveness does not have a price. It's just creating new feelings. You can forgive, but you cannot forget. But you can let bad things to go, bad feelings. You can let it to go. When you forgive, you can have many opportunities in life. Through forgiveness, you can open many doors. Is what I've get through three principles. Now I'm a person who can forgive. Even I know that feeling of forgiving. Thanks.
Thank you very much. That was that was Kelvina. Let's hear from.
Hey, my name is Lamedi, and I'm the member of NPP, and I'm here to share with you what three principles have helped me. In the three principles, I've got something. It's all about unit. Yeah, unit. What I know about unit is, if there is love in the family, units can be there. And I can teach some people here in our community about unit, and they can understand me very well. And I would like to tell you that if we are united, if we are units, all of us, we can make this world a better place. Even these three principles, we can make it higher, more than here. Thank
you.
Hey everyone, my name is Bella Butaba. I'm here to explain what I have learned through three principles. According to me, how do you defend hope? Through three principles, I have learned that the situation, the moment, the life we are going through now, it cannot defend our future. So pray God and be hopeful. Thank you.
Hey everyone. My name is Chusabone and I'm from NTG for the best future. And I'm here to share about 3 principles. What 3 principles has helped me? I have learned in 3 principles that silence, the powerful of silence. If you want to succeed in life, you have to be silent. That is the first thing which you have to maintain. And if you are silent, you can create good friends. If you're silent, you can live well with people. If you're silent, you will get good things. And I'll talk about a powerful of a smile. I'm going to share a small little story. Long time when I'm still 9 years. I was a person who don't smile. I create like bad feelings in my heart, living with people, but I don't like to laugh. And the time I have joined new group that is NTG for the best future, I have known now the powerful of a smile. Now I can smile with everyone. Thank you.
When I met Harry and Asmini, they really changed my life because they have taught me how to let go bad feelings and how to create the good feelings in my heart. Yeah, there's one word that I have learned through this. Yeah, they said that even if the cloud is covering the sun, but it doesn't mean that the sun will never come back. That means that is hope. Yeah, even if you can pass through many bad things, but it doesn't mean that it will stay longer. It will stay there forever. You need to just pray God and believe that the sun will rise again. Don't stay just in the cloud, but you really need to hope that the sun will come again. Yeah, I'm really happy because this have helped us, me and my team and the community. Now we have been invited to go and share this 3 principles in Ginger at one orphanage, and they have seen the video of these young people from our group, and they invited us to go. And I think that it will be a great moment together in Ginger. And we really appreciate Harry and Asumini and all people who are behind these teachings. Thank you so much for making this happen here in Nakivale and in all the world. Thank you so much.
Harry was sharing about his work in Africa back in the spring, I think probably March, April or something, and I was entranced. This seemed to me to be what our mentor, Sydney Banks, wanted. He wanted to, his mission was to help alleviate the suffering, the needless suffering throughout the world, one person at a time or by the group. And definitely what I've seen, what I had heard and what I've seen about Africa, there is a lot of suffering. And so the 3 principles, I know the 3 principles, Harry knows the 3 principles, hold the answer to this. And the testimonies that have been going on ever since this session started. Bear witness to that. It's amazing how the suffering in Africa is being alleviated, and it's catching on like wildfire.
Yeah, it was a great privilege, to go into, first of all, went into Nakivale, and then as time went on, Harry, introduced me to the school, and then eventually we started to work together with Jim. And so right from the beginning, of coming into the 3P understanding, yeah, we all get the feeling, because this is the truth, like we get the feeling and we see, like we have insights, but to truly see the impact was to see it in Uganda, because, as I keep saying, I can be here, in my home, safe, like in a safe place, but to go there and see people, who have been displaced, like, all the comforts like we're used to, and then still see that truth shining.
Also working closely with Jim to a point that we had a meeting with the teens I work with. This is not a school, but it is a group of children who are just abandoned by their parents, who lack hope, who don't have hope, who don't have anyone to talk to. They don't have love from anyone because of the effects of what happened many years in Kitgum in the northern Uganda. So I started working with them, and plus my husband, helping them to give them hope biblically, spiritually. And here we involved in the 3Ps, which I was introduced to by Harry and Jim and Aisha. So, and what worked most for me was the principle of thought, of mind. So for me, I turned it to be the power of mind or thought, how it really works. The way you think is what comes out. If you think negativity, of course, you're going to get negativity. If you think positivity, and that's what it's going to happen. So I implied it in the kids I was working with. These are the kids who don't know, who are in their own life. They're in their own life. They don't know anything related to this world we are in, because they live down in the bushes. They are the kids who don't hear people talk to them. Actually, even when Jim was talking to them on online Zoom, it was their first time to see a white person talk to them. They were terrified. Jim can witness about that. They were really terrified about it. They were nervous, a bit scared, but they were happy to see that someone, a white someone, can also approach where they are in the bush. They were happy, and eventually Jim sent some soccer balls, and they are now playing soccer balls, but they were happy about it. So the principle of the thought is working for them, because we always tell them what you think is what becomes of you. Yes, you might be poor, you might be passing through the situation, rejection and all that, but what do you think about yourself? It's all about personal happiness. No one is going to be happy for you. You have to give yourself happiness. So think positively about yourself. Think positively about your future. So I got to teach all this because of the 3Ps I got to learn from Jim and Harry, and then it also helped me in my counseling, my counseling sections of trauma.
Mugisha reached out to you, that you decided to do something with that, because look where it's led to. So amazing, and very sad that we lost him. I did actually have the opportunity to talk with him, and I felt like he was a kindred spirit.
Because to hear those beautiful shares from a space there, and just touches me deep, and just shows the potential of the 3 principles, and sort of like how it resembles, or how I can mirror my journey. And like you said, I got this understanding when I was in prison, and previously I lived a life where I thought I had to pay for my happiness as well. So I love that saying when you said that happiness is free. And when I had that wake up moment in prison, a place where there was no hope for anybody, and a place where there's a lot of struggles and suffering and pain, which is just what I'm getting, is coming across from the camps in Uganda and Kenya.
So much, everyone, and I mean everyone. I've been sitting here and I feel like I'm sitting in front of a beautiful warm fire, and it's been warming my heart so much. I can't even tell you. I'm just filling up with so much love for all of you. I really do. I feel like all of you are kindred spirits.
What we teach in the three principles very simply, because they like it simple and visual, is love of God, which they have in spades. They know so much about the love of God. So the spiritual side of it is a piece of cake, just a piece of cake. It's solid like a rock. And they can soar with the love of God. And they see that everything comes from the love of God. They see that. They live it. They know it. And then I said, and there's only one other piece, under the role of thought. So the love of God and the role of thought, and you have an experience from your consciousness of bringing those two into one. That's how I would explain it to them. But the thing was, they saw it. I had never had acceptance like that before. Words of Wisdom on Love by Harry and Jim's teacher, Sydney Banks. Love is always the answer. Love is a mind that isn't contaminated. It sees beyond the physical to the spiritual part of every human being. That is what true love is. True love is understanding. Thank you very, very much from Harry and Jim.
My name is Elizabeth. I live in Uganda, Nakivale. I'm a refugee. I'm the student of Young Talents Community. Science 3 principle. Today I want to talk about happiness. Happiness is free, even if you are passing through many challenges. Happiness is free to everyone in the roads. But happiness is free. We can buy a car. We can buy a house. We can buy a motorcycle. We can buy a banana, a closet, buy a sugar cane. But we cannot buy happiness. Happiness is inside of us. And we are the one to create our happiness. That's why we say happiness is free. You get bad things, you don't get happiness. When happiness is free, I'm wishing you Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.